We are going to look at how to do the first group of problems in exercise set 5.1. The first problem that we want to look at is number 2. Here we have an explicit formula that says b sub j is equal to, and in the numerator it's 5 minus j, and the denominator is 5 plus j. And we're going to look at this for every integer that's greater than or equal to 1. So first, let's look at b sub 1. b sub 1 is going to be 5 minus 1 in the numerator and 5 plus 1 in the denominator. So it's 4 over 6, or in simpler terms, 2/3. b sub 2 is going to be 5 minus 2 over 5 plus 2. So what we have is 5 minus 2 is 3, 5 plus 2 is 7. b sub 3 is 5 minus 3 over 5 plus 3. So it's 2 over 8, or 1/4. b sub 4 is 5 minus 4 over 5 plus 4, so it's 1/9. This makes our sequence 2/3, 3/7, 1/4, 1/9. Now that's fairly easy to get with the explicit formula. If we were given this pattern, it'd be much harder to come up with the explicit formula, and that's the second group of problems we're going to be looking at. Notice, though, a little bit about what this sequence does beyond that. If we went to b sub 5, we're going to have 5 minus 5 in the numerator, so this thing becomes 0 for the next term. And then b sub 6 becomes negative. So this is really an unusual pattern. Next, we're going to take a look at number 4. Now let's look at number 4. Here we're going to be starting at 0. Notice it's very important to have this initialization. Oops. Now we're going to look at number 4. It's very important to have this initialization section. Without that, we really can't tell where we're starting. d sub 0 is 1 plus 1/2 to the 0 power. Well, anything to the 0 power is going to be 1, so d sub 0 is 2. d sub 1 is 1 plus 1/2 to the first power, so it's 1 plus 1/2, or I can write this as 3/2. d sub 2 is going to be 1 plus 1/2 squared, so it's 1 plus 1/4, so it's 4 over 4 plus 1/4, it's 5/4. d sub 3 is 1 plus 1/2 squared, which is 1 plus 1/8. So now you have 9/8. This pattern is going 2, 3/2, 5/4, 9/8. Again, when you're given the explicit formula, it's pretty easy to get the pattern. However, if you were given the pattern, it's a little more difficult to get the explicit formula. We'll be examining how to come up with explicit formulas next.